But I mean,
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ. All of you, please invite your friends and let us have some good time together with some education. Before we start, I saw a smart Muslim asking a question, and he said, I don't know if he is still in the chat, his name is Lily John. The Muslim, they use names which is not Muslim names just to enter like cover. And he said, who is the one who killed Jesus? Is it the Jews or Satan or the will of God? You know, I find it very funny when a Muslim, he's tried, like trying to use his brain. And this is what our topic today is about. And I find it very silly and very stupid of them when they ask their questions, because those questions are not merely meant to be a question, they are meant to play games. But isn't your stupid God in the Quran said that the Jews, they said we killed Jesus? So why a Muslim is asking who killed Jesus when your stupid God say the Jews says we killed Jesus? And according to your stupid God, Allah saved Jesus from the Jews. So what the point of this question? Who killed Jesus? Was it Satan? Or maybe it was the Jews or God will? So are you there, Mr. Lily? What an idiot. You know, today our topic is about logic, and it's funny when I find it that Muslims, they try to use logic to understand things. But in the same time, if we ask them, so what is the logic that Allah, he saved Jesus from the cross, but he did not save Muhammad from being killed by the Jews? I mean, the Jews, they said we killed Jesus. Allah, according to Muslim, he saved him. The Jews, they killed Muhammad by putting poison for him. So why Allah did not save Muhammad, but he saved Jesus? And you know, here you see the question. For sure, Muslims have no answer for it. And even the verse in front of us does not even say they killed him not. He said they did not kill him for sure. So even the stupid Muhammad, he could not confirm if he was killed or not, because all what it says, they killed him not for sure. You see, the Muslims, when they say, when you read the Quran, they stop here and they say, it says no, it says they killed him not, nor crucified him, but it so was made to appear to them. But this is what happened. So you confirmed it, you idiot. You did not deny it. It was confirmed when you say this is what might appear to them. So the nation, who is like a crowd of thousands of people, it was made to appear to them that Jesus was on the cross, and then now you are telling them it was not Jesus. I mean, who is the donkey here? But anyway, let us go to our topic, which is Sheikh Asim. Oh, not Sheikh Asim. This is not Sheikh Asim. Where is the Sheikh Asim here? Sheikh Asim. Sheikh Asim, you know, he is an awesome sheikh, and actually he present what Islam is about. I mean, we have too many videos from yesterday. When we open the page, they are still there. Let me close those things here, guns and etc. All right, hold on, give me a second. I see. I have the link for the video we play. Look like it's closed by mistake, something like that. But we have it in the info because we give them a credit, so they cannot complain and say, oh, copyright violation as usual. So let us open it here. In this video, Sheikh Asim, he will ask a very serious question. And the question is, Can we Muslim use the person who's asking is a Muslim. Can Muslim use logic to refute atheist? Can we learn logic? And this is the title of the video: learning logic and philosophy to refute atheist, secularist, etc. Sheikh Asim, he come with the answer saying to you, first of all, you know, such a thing is it is not allowed in Islam. It's haram. It's forbidden. And as you see in the title in front of you, I'm just using the subtitle so they cannot claim copyright over anything, you know, even though we are using fair use, but we know them. So, and then he gave him an example that there is a scholar, very well-known scholar, his name is Al-Ghazali. Who did use philosophy in order to explain Islam or to refute non-Muslims. But because he did that, he lost his compass. And Al-Ghazali is someone we hear Muslims always speak about him. Actually, a long time ago, a bunch of Muslims, they made an article and they made a video to refute me, and they said Al-Ghazali. And then in 2 seconds, we found that Al-Ghazali is not a Muslim no more because he used philosophy and logic. But in this video here, he says, it is totally forbidden it, not because Islam cannot answer. Oh, you know, but it's forbidden. You know, why? And then he says to you, because if you do so, you will lose your compass. Logic is an idea, but rather it is like, you know, you can watch the video and see. It's very funny and very stupid. But here we ask ourselves a very simple question. As long as the Muslims, they don't agree with logic, so why they come to us and they ask, is it logical that God have a son? As long logic and philosophy is haram, then why the Muslim, they come and they ask questions and they question the logic when none of them believe in logic? And in this video, this man, he said that we as a Muslim, we are slaves of Allah. Slaves of Allah, they don't ask questions. They are slaves. If your master, he says to you, bring me that thing, do you ask him why? So we don't ask questions because we are slaves of Allah. There's other video here, and we have it in the info too. It says how to explain abrogated verses in the Quran. Justification of you or using one's own logic. How we can justify the abrogation of the Quran?
Didn't you hear what he said yesterday? He said that, and he claimed that he traveled from Mecca to Jerusalem, ascended to the 7th heaven, and then came back to Jerusalem and came back to Mecca in less than one night.
So this is the question the Arab, they ask Abu Bakr as-Siddiq in this video, the companion of Muhammad. Did you see your friend yesterday? He said, he claimed that he went to the 7 galaxies and he came back to Jerusalem and he visited Jerusalem and then he came back to Mecca, all of this at night. And this is the question why he is quoting this story, because we don't go by logic. This is not logical. This is not logical. So we don't go by logic. The logic is it possible for a man who is sleeping in Mecca to go overnight, to go to the 7th heaven, come back in the top of a flying donkey, and go back to Jerusalem, and then from Jerusalem he go back to Mecca? So the Muhammadan, when they speak about logic, they themselves, they get themselves busted, because first of all, what is the point of this journey? Secondly, why there's no witnesses? Number three, if the Quran says that the journey of the angels take them 1,000 years to go there, the Quran says that it takes the angel 1,000 years to go to heaven. And Muhammad was accompanied with the angel Jibreel. So he is, and when Allah he speak how journey, he was speaking about Jibreel, because Jibreel is the one who go up and down. How long it take? Chapter 32, verse number 5. He directed the audience of from the heaven into the earth, then scanded into him in a day, wherefore the measure of 1,000 years if you are rocking. So how it take for the angels to go up and down? $2,000 years. 1,000 to go up, 1,000 to come down. Wonderful. So how Muhammad he went up to the seventh heaven, and it's taking him few hours. You see, we're not going to use logic. I'm not going to use my logic. I'm asking the Muslims a very simple question. The logic of Allah, the reasoning of Allah is stupid, because he is the one who says it take 1,000 years for the angels to go up. So how it take 1,000 years for the angels to go up, and then it took Muhammad a few hours, and he was in a company of an angel? Was Muhammad faster than the angel? Do we have any Muslim would like to call us on Skype? Do we have any Muhammadan would like to call us on Skype? If you like to call us, feel free, and don't be embarrassed. Remember, you have an amazing religion, supposedly, and it is have a strong logic. The guy, he went up to heaven, nobody see him. Anything Muhammad he do, nobody see it. Muhammad see an angel, nobody see it. Muhammad he go to the first heaven, and when he go to the first heaven, what he found? Can you believe it that the angels they ask Muhammad, or they ask, sorry, Jibreel, who is with you? Not only that, they ask Jibreel, who are you? I never heard that a soldier he do not know his captain. When Muhammad he arrived with Jibreel to the temple of Solomon, the Muslim they call it Baytul Maqdis, Jibreel he put his finger on the wall to make a hole. Why? Because he wanna tie up the flying donkey. Look like Jibreel, he knew that this flying donkey is out of control, so if he let him free, he will leave. So what he do? He put his finger in the wall and he made a hole to tie up the donkey. But this donkey was sent by Allah. Look like this donkey is a wild one, the flying donkey. And then the story continue here. You will see that Muhammad, when he went up and up and up, he arrived to the first gate and the first gate and then second gate and third gate, fourth gate. And each time he passed by a gate, they asked the same question. They asked Jibreel, who are you? Who is with you? Who are you? He say, I'm Jibreel. Who is with you? Muhammad. Oh, Muhammad, who was called? Yes, he was called. Open the door. Did you watch the movie The Lord of the Ring? This is the same story where the angels, before they take him up to heaven, they have to make a preparation to be the first astronaut man who go to the space. They open his chest and they brought with them a dish of gold full of faith and wisdom, and they installed faith and wisdom in his chest. This is as a preparation for the journey. And then after they install those wisdom and faith, it says here, I was brought to a white beast, which called al-buraq. Al-buraq is coming from the word like lighting. Buraq, barq is a lighting. Al-buraq is a beast supposedly. His name is from lighting. So he has speed of light. Wonderful. Okay. That's mean in 8 hours of a speed of light we can go and see Allah. Not only actually 8 hours, 4 hours, because Muhammad, he went up and he came back, and then he came back to Jerusalem, and then he spent time in Jerusalem, and he would come al-buraq in 2 hours he arrived to Allah. So bigger than a donkey, smaller than a mule. Muhammad described him. It's not just a, it's not like it's a physical beast. Its stride was long as I could reach. I mean, why the stride is so long when the donkey is so small? If the guy is, if this donkey is smaller than a mule, bigger than a donkey, why? I was mounted on it, and then we went forth till we reached the lowest heaven. Jibril asked for the gate to be open. Here we go. The movie started. Guys, if you want to make a comment, and the comment isn't just a comment, have nothing to do with me, you are not asking a serious question, don't put my name next to it. Because by putting my name, you get my attention, and then I read it, you are not saying anything to me. I mean, why? Name, unless you are directing the question to me. So, for the gate to be open, and here we see the story. It was said, who is he? What the heck? This guy Jibril is who is he? Jibril saying Jibril. It was again said, who is with you? Like, what the heck? I mean, the angels do not know the most famous man. They are not watching YouTube. Watch the video of Zakir Naik. I cannot. The angels of Allah didn't see who is with you. He replied, Muhammad. Okay, Muhammad. It was said, has he been sent for? What the heck? Look at this checkpoint. They have to ask the questions. People, your comment, unless it is serious. As long as you are making comment for everybody to see, don't put my name next to it. Do me a favor, don't fuck you. So has he, the prophet, said, then the gate was open. Well, shouldn't you call the high departments? Maybe this is not the true Jibril. Maybe this is not Muhammad. Maybe it's a fabrication. Maybe it's the Mossad. What the heck? And then the story continues. They go to the second gate, and they ask the same question. So, what the funny here, when Muhammad he enter. Hey, by the way, Muslims, how long it took this conversation? Like, open the gate, who is with you, and why the angels do not know Jibril? I mean, do he look like a monkey? What? I mean, how the angels could not notice that this is their boss? Who is going to go there? Like, is the first gate of the heaven is in the highway or somewhere, like highway in Michigan or maybe in Indonesia, and there's too many traffic, or Bangladesh, the train passed by? Who is with you? Muslim, as long Muslim, they don't like logic, we will not question logic. We will question just how stupid this story is. I'm not questioning the logic, but why the angels do not know Jibreel? Jibreel is the one who just came to pick up Muhammad from the earth. Because Jibreel, he left 1,000 years ago. As the Quran says, it take the angels 1,000-year journey. So now Jibreel, he is older. He have a gray hair. So the other angels, they could not recognize him. You see, we keep asking people not to add my name next to their comment unless it is necessary, but they keep doing it. There's many people, they are qualified to be Muhammad here. Do we have any Muslim here would like to say anything? Is that because it took Jibreel 1,000 years to come back, so he changed? His hair, you know, he lost maybe his hair, like he looked like Sam Shamoun now? Huh? Maybe he came back to the heaven in the Halloween day? How the angels could not recognize? How in the world they are even asking him, who is this? I mean, don't the angel Jibreel, he have 600 wings? Like, is it possible that around the gate of the heaven there's a lot of insect, they have 600 wings of flying? We keep saying, don't put my name next to your comment. They keep posting my name next to the comment. Hilarious people. You guys remind me of Muhammad when he said, don't write the hadith. Anything I say, don't write it down. And they start saying, the Prophet says, anything I say, don't write it down. I keep saying, don't put my name next to your comment. And what they do? They put my name next to their comment. Exactly like the Muhammadan. Look, the super intelligence, how it works. Their prophet, he just told them, don't write down what I say except the Quran. The Muslim, they write down. The Prophet said, don't write down except the Quran. You idiot, he just told you don't write down. And those are the people here. We keep saying to them, don't put my name next to the comment. They keep doing it. Qualified to be Muslims, obviously. Weird people. Do we have any Muslim here have anything to say? Let us see. If you text me before, you have to text me again if you're a Muslim, because I wasn't online. I am Muslim. Why did you cut the verse? Okay, this is a Muslim. He's asking me why I cut the verse. That's a good one. The Imam is here on Thursday. Let us see if the Imam is here. I don't know, maybe he is not online. Do we have any Muslim want to say anything? Anyone? Who is a Muslim would like to convert us to Islam? So the Quran followers are right, should not follow the Hadith. No, you see, when Muhammad he said, don't write it down, he is not saying don't follow what I say. But the idiot, he is aware of how stupid he is. Obviously, in that moment, Muhammad, he knew that he made a lot of poo-poo. So he thought he can keep alive what he want to stay alive. If they write everything, then he cannot get rid of it later. So like if I say something now, and then I say something yesterday, and you say to me, oh, you said this yesterday, and here we go, this is what you say, and I wrote it. That is an embarrassment. So Muhammad is trying to clean himself because he made too much poo. But he is not saying to them, don't follow the Hadith, because the Quran ordered them to follow what Muhammad say, regardless if it's or not. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us live on air? Why the angels could not recognize that the one who is in the front door is Jibreel? Anyone knows? And obviously this gate is a real gate. Somebody speak to Knight Templar in his language, tell him not to use my name, especially he is using a language I didn't even understand. All right, we have somebody, his name is a True Islam. I hope it's not Fakira. Let us see. He is not answering. Okay, let's see this one. We are calling. Hello? It must be Fakira, son of Muta. She changed her name. It's not Fakira no more. I don't know. I like you when you are Fakira. Sorry. Any real Muslim would like to call us? Very filthy mouth, son of Muta. Any brave Muslim beside this idiot who do not know anything about his religion, he laugh at the Hadith, he laugh at the Quran, he called his prophet the MF word. He was explaining to me why the prophet is the command of Allah, because he is an MF man. Go watch the video, it's still there, we did not delete it yet. Don't forget to download that shit everywhere. Do we have any brave Muslim? Anyone? No real Muslim here? If you know anyone, he's a sheikh, a real sheikh, no, not like kid. He is live on air. He have his own program live now. He have a Skype. I'm willing to call him in his program. My friend, I answered you already. Why you keep repeating the same question? Why people repeat the same question tens of times? Do you remember Mumu claimed the distance between the earth and first heaven? Yeah. Don't, hold on. He's asking a question have to do with the topic. Andrew, don't delete the comment unless he is, you see, I said a comment about, like, just comment, have nothing to do with me. But if the question is meant to be a question and it have to do with a comment, then let it go with the topic. Don't delete his comment. So yeah, Muhammad, he spoke about the distance of 500 years. But 500 years between every level of heaven. But as you see, the total contradiction for the Quran says 1,000 year. But the Muslims, they say, well, no, the 1,000 year in the Quran, they don't arrive to the seventh heaven. They arrive where Allah, he store the Quran in a tablet. According to Muhammad, there's a tablet in chapter 85, verse number 22, and Allah, he put the Quran in that tablet. So the angels, they don't go all the way to Allah to get the Quran. No, they go and they read one verse or two verses, depending on what Allah wants them to read at the time. And then they go down and they give it to Muhammad. However, this is still 1,000 year. So 1,000 year, not all the way to Allah. 1,000 year is to arrive here. Please, my brother Daniel Manta. Okay, why those they should call me, my friend? Are they Muslims? Why they want to call me? Do we have any brave Muslim here would like to speak to us? And why Allah, he wrote the Quran in a tablet? The Muslim, they will say to you, well, there it says preserved. That is very funny. So you preserve the Quran by writing it in a tablet? Why, Allah memory is bad? He have a bad memory? And if you look and see how Allah, he wrote, and where he put the tablet, he put it between the two eyes of an angel. His name is Israfil. The angel name is Israfil. And the tablet, Allah, he placed it between his two eyes. And the distance between his two eyes is the same as the distance between here and the sky. Daniel, he support Abdul Samud claim. Oh, Daniel is a Muslim. He's more than welcome. Hey, Master Daniel, please call me. All right, let's see this guy here. If the gentleman, his name is Daniel Anata. Hello? Hello? Fakira, maybe. Hello? Are you there? Fakira. This guy is having an obsession. You know, since we wiped the floor with his face, this guy, he cannot forget. That's it, my friend. You lost your honor a long time ago. You are not virgin. I cannot fix that. You know, the virginity skin is gone. No doctor can fix it. Go get angry as much as you want. People are dying laughing at you. Why I want to even talk to you? You are just a filthy mouth, and we use you only once as a towel. We wipe the floor with you, and you are not even worth. You see, there's some towels, you wash them, right? Because, I mean, still they can be used. You are not being used tomorrow. I took your course hundreds of times. That's it. We are done with you, Fakira. Do we have any real Muslim? Where this guy Daniel, who like Abdul Samud? Why, my friend, you don't call me? You are from Indonesia, right? Why you don't call Abdul Samud and let us have a conversation? I will assure you that Abdul Samud, he will not stand 2 minutes. He will change his name later to Fakira too. Oh, he is not a Muslim. He is the best friend of Abdul Samud. How he can be a friend to Abdul Samud? Isn't it the Quran says, chapter 5, verse number 51, the Quran forbid the Muslim taking Christians and Jews as a friends or protectors, and if you do so, you are one of them. So my friend Abdul Samud is lying to you. This is the Quran, and I can show it to you in your own language. This is the stupid Quran. Oh, you believe, take not the Jews and the Christians for your friends or the protectors. So how Abdul Samud, he take you as a friend? He is lying to you. He's just lying to you, you know. Let us switch to the Phoenician language, Bahasa. Okay, and I will read it for you in the Bahasa language just to make you happy. So Abdul Samud, he's told you he is your friend. Abdul Samud is a scam. Hi orang yang beriman, janganlah kamu menggalabi orang Yahudi dan Nasrani menjadi bermemang mu sebagai makaraka makaria. I mean, don't you see it? It says you cannot take the orang or people, you know, orang, you cannot take Yahudi and Nasrani as what? As a friends or protectors. So how is your friend? So call your friend Abdul Samud, tell him, Christian Prince, he smoked you without smoke. By the way, I don't smoke at all, and I smoke. The only smoke I eat Muslims, which is it can be considered as a hashish in some places. What do you think? CP just quoted the hadith saying that they should write nothing other than the Quran. So why you refuse to debate them? Why you cannot defeat the Quran? We are doing that. Here we go. We are defeating the Quran. You know, it's not our fault that the Muslim, they believe in the hadith. So don't be a smart ass. In Islam, if you don't believe in the hadith, you are not even a Muslim. So when somebody he tried to be a smart ass, he is simply an idiot. This is their religion. It's not up to me to design what is Islam. Islam is somebody believe in what Muhammad said and he obey what he say. The Quran says not only you have to obey the book of Allah, you have to obey Muhammad. And that's mean whatever Muhammad he say, you have to obey. And that have to be out of the Quran. And this is why the Muslims, there's many things, it's not in the Quran, and even it's sometimes it's abrogate the Quran, but Muhammad said it. So the Muslim, they have to follow the hadith. As an example, the Quran says you do muta. Muhammad he said don't do, the Muslim they follow the hadith. So the Muhammad saying don't write down, it doesn't say don't follow. In the same time, all the Muslims agree that you cannot be a Muslim. I can show you right now a fatwa. It says clearly that the one who don't accept the hadith is not a Muslim. He is an apostate. The one who obeys Allah and his messenger, and the one who obeys his messenger is the one who will go to heaven. If obeying Allah is enough, then there is no need to obey the messenger, because the Quran is the word of Allah. And then there's no need for the rest. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? Orang Orang. The only one is trying to call us is Fakira from Disneyland. She's a very, very hot lady. Can we call Sheikh Abdul Samud? Abdul Samud? Do Abdul Samud have a Skype? Guys, do Abdul Samud have a Skype? If Abdul Samud have a Skype, give it to me. I will call him immediately. Let us wake him up morning time in Indonesia. It's what the time there now is it 9 in the morning or it's 10, 12, something like that? I'm not sure. 7? This guy is not answering. So mad, Abdul Samud. I don't care. If you know their Skype, give me their Skype. I will call them immediately. Skype of all those who they claim to be ustads in Indonesia or any country in the world. If you know the Skype of Zakir Naik, I will call him immediately. Great Prince. First of all, I don't use the Skype. Secondly, I'm busy. Zakir Naik, how you jump in the broadcast? I did not even call you, man. How you can do that? Great Prince, we are Muslims. We are the one who came with the technology. What the heck? You are the one who came with the technology. Which one? As an example, it discovered now in China that it is, if you drink camel urine, it's very healthy. That is a high technology. So if you drink camel urine, you are very healthy. Exactly. So why you look like you are dead? Christian Prince, respect yourself. What are you talking about? Look at the mirror, man. Yours just bones. If I turn the fan on, you will fly. Christian Prince, I'm very skinny because I am a guru. You are a what? I'm a guru. A Hindu now? Christian Prince, I used to be Hindu. And now I become a Muslim, alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for your do we have any brave Muslim would like to join us live on air? Any Ustad? I mean, they call themselves even Ustad. Why? I have no idea. Now, don't ask me where I got those stories from. You know, people, they say to me, do you write them down? No, my friend, I just, here we go. What write down? Do we have any Muhammadan here? Anyone? If you have a sheikh, you know his Skype, I will be happy to call him immediately. And let us have, you know, a serious discussion with him. Let us see how people of knowledge can handle it. What do you think? Do we have any Muhammadan? We have a Ustad? Ustad from Indonesia, from Bangladesh, from Malaysia, from Singapore, from Emirat, from Bahrain, from wherever you wish. What do you think? Anyone? Remember, if you call me and you bring victory to Allah, Allah will give you an extra reward. I cannot even describe the reward for you. It's a lot of reward. Endless one. Who wanna get the endless reward? Any Muhammadan? Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. So as you see, the Quran and the Hadith, both of them, they complete one story. The story, none of it make any sense, and it contradict each other. And even when the Muslim, they get depressed, they say, we don't accept the Hadith. Okay, do you accept the Quran? Do they even accept the Quran? Who is a Muslim here accept the Quran? They don't. The Quran said the sun set in the murky water. What the Muslim they say? No, 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 no. This is from the perspective of Zulkarnain. Okay, Abdul, did Allah say that word? Is it? Did Allah say in the verse, he saw it from his perspective and I am correcting him? Or he said he found it sitting in a muddy, boiling water? They don't accept the Quran. Because if they accept the Quran, they will take the Quran as it said, not as they added. Until when he reached the sitting place of the sun. Where is that? Where is the sitting place of the sun so we can reach it, brother? You see, it doesn't say until the sunset time. That is a place. No, this is not a place. He said until he reached the sitting place of the sun. Okay, where is that? My friend, ultimate truth is not even a Muslim. And this is you yourself. You are just posting. Nobody speak about him except you. Get lost. Ultimate fault. This guy himself, he just said the F word to your prophet. And he said the F word to all the Arab, which mean Aisha and everybody. Hey, this guy is a very filthy mouth donkey. Shame on you even to mention his name. You must, you know, like the only one who mentioned the name of this person is this person. Even Muslim, they spit on him, especially after he said the F word is a prophet. So look what the Quran says. Enter when he reached the sitting place of the sun, he found it sitting in a spring of a black, muddy, hot water, where it says in the verse that this was from the perspective. And then to confirm if this is what it's meant, we have even a hadith to support this story. Muhammad in the hadith, he said that yes, the sun set in a muddy boiling water. Did Muhammad get the hadith wrong too? And is this hadith is weak? No. Here we go. Even the Muslim website says grade sahih in chain, which means nothing wrong with it. Very authentic. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah, who was riding a donkey. While the sun was setting, he asked, do you know where this sat? I replied, Allah and his apostles know best. He said, it sat in a spring of a warm water. So now we have the hadith and we have the Quran. They are not contradicting each other and they are in total agreement. So why the Muslim, they lie? Because it's an embarrassment. And now how the Muslim, they will refute Christian Prince? They will say this. It's mentioned by Uthman ibn Abi Shayba, from Ubayd ibn Abdullah, from Ibn Umar ibn Maysara, from Yazid ibn Harun, from Sufyan. Stop. Sufyan, everybody knows that he is from San Francisco, and he is a liar, and he is even voting for Democrat, and he is corrupt. Okay? So therefore, this hadith is not accepted. Like, what the heck? How you know that Sufyan is a bad boy? And if Sufyan is a bad boy, what about the rest? Why all the good names here, they accepted the bad boys? This is how they refute. And supposedly now they get me busted. Snusu told Dudu, and Tutu told Mumu, and Mumu said to Fifi, and Fifi said to ha said to Cuckoo, and Cuckoo is a big fat liar. Thank you very much. So as long it is a Cuckoo is making a poo-poo, why it's there, and why you say Sahih in chain, and why it's in total agreement with the Quran? Was the verse in the Quran too is purported by a fraud? I asked a Muslim friend, he said murky water is a metaphorical of space. That's deep. Guys, murky water is a metaphorical for space. Did you say to your friend the donkey who said that to you that he found next to it people? How it is in the space and there is next to people live there? He found it sitting in a spring of muddy water and he found near it people. This guy is in the earth. He is not taking a spaceship with Elon Musk. I mean, what is the intelligence? There's no intelligence these days. There's ice cream. Do you see he found near it people? He found what near it? He reached the sitting place of the sun. How that can be metaphorical? Sitting place. Place, geography. He kept going, he kept going. It says here, we established for him in the earth. Where? In the earth. What space? And since when the sun set in the space? That is new. Hey son, where you go? I'm in the space, buddy. What do you do there? Playing bing bong. You play bing bong? Yes, I play bing bong. What is that? Bing and bong. Ah, this is where the Bing Bang is coming from. Exactly. Bing bong. So I play bing bong because simply the origin of the sun is coming from the Big Bang. Science. Focus with me on the topic now. We don't want to explain about how the jinn, they became Muslims. Allah, he created. I mean, those stories is really horrible. Like the jinn are Muslims, your boy, and the jinn, there's a jinn Christian, by the way. There's a guy, he's a sheikh. He wrote a book. It's called An Interview with a Genie, and this book became so popular. I don't know if it exists in English. And in the book, it says that the Muslim genie, when we sleep, they go to our refrigerator and they eat the food. Sadly, my family are not Muslim, so I cannot explain to my mother who ate the baklava. If my mother was a Muslim, I just can't blame the genie. Actually, there's a Saudi family. They did sue the genie in their house. They filed a case for the court that their Muslim genie who live in their house is eating their food, and there's many things in the house are disappearing. Obviously, their son is in drugs. So let me search for the news. Muslim Saudi family. I'm typing in Arabic. Hold on. Let us type in English. Here we go. This was 2009, actually. I don't know if they're having new cases now. Saudi family sues genie, alleged harassment. The Sharia court, the lawsuit filed to in the Sharia court that the genie is leaving them, threatening them, voicemail, stealing their cell phones, and hurling rocket at them. Unbelievable. The genie is doing that, and you take him to court. What the heck? Did you arrest the guy? Hey Muslims, any update with the case? Well, why not? Muhammad told them that even once he captured one of the genie and he wanted to tie him up to the column of the mosque, but then he remembered Brother Solomon. So he let him go. Are you sure that this genie, his name is not Fakira? From Senegal? Who changed his gender from male to a female? Do we have any brave Muslim here would like to call us? Anyone? Any half one? There's a Muslim who called and he asked about the genie who's having sex with his wife. Look. Let me read for you a Muslim article. Jinn who establish such a connection with women or young girls usually marry them and engage in sexual activities during which those women see and feel the jinn with whom they are interacting as a solid physical person, as if it were a human male. However, as jinn do not have tangible physical body, inevitably the following question comes to mind. This time he have a mind? I mean, look what the topic and question come to the mind. Can you believe it? Come to the mind? What mind? I mean, those who believe in those things, they have mind. Okay. How in earth, look, this is a Muslim question now. Question. This is serious now. How on earth can jinn, who cannot even become a completely physical manage to satisfy a woman with physical human body? That's a good question. How you can satisfy a woman who are not physical genie? Huh? Hey Muslims, this is a good question. So the woman now, she is in bed and you are doing boom boom to her with what? Hello? And how your prophet, he captured the guy, the genie in the hadith, if you don't have a physical body, you can't catch the guy. In such a conditions, the jinn stimulate the center in the brain responsible for sexual arousal. All scientists who work in the field of physiology, look, we have science now. Scientists, here we go. The Muslim, they brought the scientists in the middle. The scientists now, they are there. Know very well that when electroshock is applied to the center of the brain, it is possible to make a person feel and do whatever you want. What the heck? The genie is using high-tech technology wiring? Do you think that the genie is using solar system too? I mean, this is an educated Muslim trying to explain how the stupidity works. And then, in fact, I love it when Muslims, they say in fact, that because this is a fact. In fact, not always relationship between female human and male jinn, sexual relationship also take place between female jinn and male human. What? Now we know what happened with Fakira. She been brought by human, sorry, genie male, female maybe, and now became lesbo. So genie, they have male and female, and now they want to have sex with the human. My friend, why you keep talking about this stupid Android today? I mean, why you are interested in the pimp? Are you a pimp? What is your interest in a pimp? Why you keep talking about a pimp? Why even you care for a pimp? What's wrong with you? A pimp. Aren't you even ashamed to mention his name? Why you care? He's a pimp. Stupid people. People are really stupid, man. It's like a whore converted to Islam. This guy is not even a whore. He is the biggest whore. So why you keep mentioning his name? Because you are stupid. Because you have no have a belief, you don't have faith, you are just as stupid. You are a follower of a pimp, obviously. You follow his news. Are you in his website? He gave you free access to sex. Focus with us, focus. We have a genie having sex now. Something more important than your pimp. In fact, it is not always, brother, a relationship between a human male and genie, human and male genie. Sexual relationships also take place between female jinn and male human. Why those are not coming to me? Me, I'm single, and those genie female are not coming. Where are you? Oh, hold on. I feel something. What the heck is that? No, 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 no. Please, please stop, stop, stop. No, 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 no. Don't. Oh, it's a cockroach. Okay. All right, all right. Man, I thought something was like touching my foot and something. I said, oh, my man. The genie female just came right away. You know, I asked for it, and here we go. It was a cockroach. Oh, cockroach, you know, it's shame on you, you know. What, you know, in the middle of the winter, there's a cockroach in this cold? What the heck? So anyway, and then, of course, these cases, the common trait is that always a member of the jinn that forcefully initiate the contact with the human. It's a rape, brother. It's a rape. It's a rape, forcefully. You cannot even control it. That's it. The genie is going to F you. You like it, you don't like it, you've been F'd, brother. Fakira. Simply, I like it when they say simply. Look how simple it is. He just told them you will be F'd forcefully and simply for the purpose of fulfilling their selfish desire. Look, now they knew is inside the genie. They never met one, they never saw one, and now they knew that this genie is self. Who can beat Muslims in their intelligence? Now they are studying the physiology of the genie. They're fulfilling the selfish desire. Me. Hey, brother, do you think Muhammad was a genie when he started raping women around? And he was desiring women to offer themselves, as the Quran says, so he can F them? Selfish desire? And this is a privilege for the Prophet? In general, people who have been forced into such position, what position, man? Don't speak dirty. Oops. Don't go there. Or harmful about these events take place without their conscious consent. Your wife, she is sleeping in bed, genie in the top of her, and he is doing what he is doing. And the wife, she is screaming. And the husband, he cannot do anything about it. Hey, honey, what's happening? What's happening? I'm not going to make the sound. You know what's going on. You know? Like, imagine Zakir Naik, he woke up in the middle of the night and he found his wife, she is being by a genie. And then what he would do? Christian Prince, I need your help. What the heck? Zakir, do you know what the time now? It is 3 a.m. in the morning, buddy. Why you are calling me? Christian Prince, first you are a liar. It's not 3 a.m. for you, it's 3 a.m. for me. So how is it going to be 3 a.m. for you? I live in different continent. Okay, Zakir, I'm saying 3 a.m. in you in the morning. Why are you calling me now? I just found the genie in the top of my wife, and I want to help you. What? How I can help you? If I give you a big star, I can show your face, and he will run away. Zakir Naik, do you think I'm more scary than you? Exactly. Okay. Show my picture. Christian Prince, I just did, and my wife, she passed away. Shame on you. You killed my wife. You idiot. I don't know. You told me, give me the picture. I will show it to the genie. Why you show it to your wife? Because my wife, she thought you are the genie. And she wanted to... Okay. Zakir, just do the funeral and we will talk later, okay? Okay, just don't go now. Hang up, hang up. Zakir, it's okay. It's okay. You will be fine. You will be fine, man. I mean, one wife died. You have 3 left. And you can marry a new one tomorrow. Exactly. Thank you very much for inspiring me, and I feel cheer up. Because I don't know, I forget I can marry 4 wives. You idiot, you forgot you can marry 4 wives, just get lost. So, brother, look how complicated the story here. Oh boy. Look at the scientific study. The jinn prevent people from acquiring knowledge about them. So how you want the wrote the article, he have the knowledge? Like, what the heck is that article, man? How he got this article? I mean, do we have any genie? Do we have any genie? Anyone? Any genie, he can make a Skype account and we can call him? Anyone? Look, I found a Muslim book in Facebook. All of it is about genie having sex with Muslim women. And how to fight the genie, brother? You take a shot in your ass, which is Quran. Surah Al-Kahf. How you stop the genie from effing you? You read, brother, the chapter of the cave. If. Ah, he is coming from the cave. Supplication to Allah. Clipping nails and removing extra hair. Look how we can prevent the genie from having sex with you. Listen. Supplication to Allah. Abundantly, especially during the last hour before the sunset. Before the sunset, you have to do it. Number one, this is number 10. We can go with number 1 now. Clipping your nails. What the heck? Removing extra hair. Where? What do you mean? Taking the ritual purification bath. Dressing finest clothes. What the heck? What is that? What is that about the genie now? Doesn't make sense. Hold on. Hadith of the day. Look this hadith. How I can show it? Hold on. The story, it doesn't show. This is a very... How we can show the whole story? Hold on. Let me see if I can save the image. And then we can show it on the screen. There we go. That's better. Brother, emergency story. We found this in Facebook. I was laying down. Al-Ghaffari, Abu Dhur Al-Ghaffari, what is his name? He reported this hadith. Is the story showing clear? Is the text showing clear for you or too much small? Let's see here. My father said I was laying down on my belly in the mosque when someone shook me with his foot and said, lying down in this way is disapproved by Allah. I looked up and I saw that it was the messenger of Allah. Why it's disapproved by Allah to sleep in your belly? Anyone knows? Anyone knows why it is disapproved by Allah to sleep over your stomach, in your belly? What is the problem? Because shaitan will F you. Hello? Make sense? And look, they have a picture for you of a guy sleeping in his... A'udhu billah. A'udhu billah. It's haram. Haram to sleep on your stomach. Look like Muhammad was tempted by his ass. Any Muslim can tell us why it is not approved by Allah to sleep on your stomach? What if you are a turtle? Huh? Huh? What the heck is that? Why it is haram? Why? Who can tell us why? What is the problem? Why really problem, brother? What is the problem? Anyone? Why Allah don't like it? Let us find the hadith in the origin or the original website of the hadith. Let us close this picture here. And we go here and we love there. We found it. The Messenger of Allah, he saw a man laying on his stomach. He said, indeed, such a laying is not loved by Allah. Why? Who is a Muslim can help us and tell us why? What the problem? Any Muhammadan can tell us. I mean, you see, your prophet, he have a lot of silly, stupid stuff, man. Who is a Muslim can give us the reason? What is the business of Allah? Why, if you sleep on your belly, you are doing something Allah don't like? Anyone? And now the Muslim, they will start giving you health reason. Health reason. It's a health, it's not healthy. Any Abdul? Do we have any Muslim? Until now, zero Muslim. Any real Muslim? Mayday, mayday, mayday. Just watch your mouth, man. Be careful what you say. Allah is watching anyway. Allah will punish you all. You know? I know someone, there's a hadith about someone, he made fun of the miswak. The miswak is a root the Prophet of Allah, he used to beat his wife with it and to clean his mouth with it, his teeth. So this guy, he put the end of the miswak in his anus. Do you know what Allah he did to him? After 7 months, brother. He delivered a baby, which is a rat. From his anus. And he died. True story. Who can deny that those stories are true? Let me see if I can find the story in English. Some story says he gave birth to a rabbit. Those stories, by the way, all of them, they are, look, I found even a video about it. But anyway, if somebody have the book of Al-Bidayah and Al-Nihaya to Ibn Kathir in English, you can find the story there. Let us see where we can find the story here. We will use Google Translation. Okay, here we go. Brothers and sisters, the one who made fun of the miswak of Allah, this is what will happen to him. And this is the proof in front of you, and there's a billion witnesses. So this is the book of Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, Ibn Kathir, volume number 13, page number 278. It says here that a person, he is, he's like, he don't care really, he's from the Busra, from Iraq. And then they mentioned to him the suwak, with the miswak they use, and how important it is. He said, he said there's no benefit of it, and except in my, his anus. And then he took the suwak and he entered it into his anus, and then he took it out. And then after 9 months, brother, he gave birth to a baby. He looked like a rat. He have 4 legs, and his head is a head of a fish, and his ass is the ass of a rabbit. Look at this details, man. Let me translate to you in English. Hold on. Be honest with me. Don't you like our stories here? Do you have any TV stations in any country? They can tell you stories which is amazing like this, except in Christian Brand's station? Huh? Nobody. So he is from the district of Al-Basra. All right? And he walked back. And then he said, by Allah, this is miswak like this, and he entered into his anus. So he hit in his anus, the translation is not coming right, and then he took it out. Okay? He put it inside his anus, took it out. And then after 9 months, then he gave birth to a son who is like a rat with 4 legs, and his head like the head of a fish, and he has an anus of a bunny poop. True story. Who can defeat this? Who can fight this religion? Do you see what happened to you when you make fun of Allah teaching? Here we go. You put the miswak in your anus, you coward, you filthy. Allah will punish you. Huh? You think he can get away with it? And not only you gave a son to us, give a baby, he's a man. Remember, he's a man, he's not a girl. He gave birth to a baby from his anus after 9 months. And this baby have 4 legs. Not only that, you wish that this is the end of it. You just wish. He have 4 legs and his head like a head of a fish. Imagine you have a son, he have 4 legs and his head like a fish, not a shark. Can you see how painful the punishment? And not only that, your son, he have an anus like a bunny. Hey, by the way, Muslims, how the anus of the bunny look like? I just posted you for the link, by the way, for the book of Ibn Kathir. For sure, it's in Arabic, but you have to use Google Translation. Open it with Google browser so you can use the translation. So here we see that Islam is a very serious religion and all the stories are true. But this will remind me, Muslims, but isn't it the Quran says that Allah, he threatened the Christians. If they don't believe in Muhammad, Allah will erase their eyes, their mouth, and he will make their face backward and their eyebrows, and yet nothing happened. I mean, they were making fun of Muhammad, and Muhammad told them, Allah told me this, if you don't believe now, Allah is going to erase your face and we will make it backward. We will erase your eyes, your eyebrows, your mouth, your nose, if you don't believe right now. But nothing happened until now. So how come the guy who made fun of the miswak, Allah make him give birth to a rat, but the one who made fun of Allah and Muhammad, nothing happened to his face? Be honest with me, how many of you is now interested in Islam? Do we have any Muslim he would like to lead us into the faith of Allah? Do you see how serious the threat? I would like to see my face backward. At least I will not get a ticket if I'm driving wrong. The police will stop me. He will say, what the heck? Why you are looking backward? I say, you idiot. Allah, he punished me. Don't you see? He will make their face backward and he will erase their eyes and eyebrows and mouth and nose, and he will make their nose. Actually, you know what? Let us read the interpretation for this. Chapter 4, verse number 47, brother. Four 47. Aren't you interested? Be honest. I mean, come on. Don't you want to know what Allah will do to you 1400 years ago? Until now, he did nothing about it. Look at this. Oh, who you've been giving the scriptures, Jews and Christians, and now the interpretation. All right. So he warned them. It says here, he said, Abbas said, if facing here reference to blindness. Look, the Muslim, they try to give it their own now. Every Muslim, he give a different meaning. Blindness, oh, okay. فَنَرُدُّهَا عَلَى أَدْبَارِهَا, and turn them backward. What the heck? Meaning he will put their faces in their backs. That's deep. And make them walk backward. I saw that in China. They are doing sport. People in the park, they were walking backward. I swear by Allah. And make them walk backward, since their eyes will be in their backs. Like, what the heck? So what difference is going to make now? We just turn. All what we will do, the back will become a front now, just to change the direction, you idiot. I mean, what the heck is that? Similar was said by Qatada. This is make the punishment even more severe in the parable, in this parable, that Allah said for ignoring the truth, profaning the wrong way, turning away from the plain path of the misguidedness. Through such a people walk backward. Similarly, some said Allah's statement says, and he made in their necks, look what he will put. He will put you in your neck a collar like a dog and a chain. So their heads are raised up and we have barrier for them. That is a parable of Allah, deviation, hindrance from guide. Who can beat this? Who was here for his first time in our channel? If you are here for the first time, I feel sorry for you. You better leave immediately, because you will become addicted and you will come here for comedy every day. And the comedy will be nicer if a Muslim he call us. And that's why the Muslims, they don't dare to call, because they will know that they will make Islam look more horrible, and instead of defending it. This is the only reason they don't dare to call. You see, if it's somebody else who do not know much about Islam, the Muslim will be lining up to call you, you know, like one after one. Here, psh, potatoes. Nobody there. Anyone? I don't want to stay here for long in this room. It's cold, you know. But I was hoping for the female genie to come to me and do something. Make me feel hot. Female genie. Hey Muslims, is that why the Prophet, he used to imagine himself having sex? In fact, he did not. Maybe he was having sex with a genie? Correct, guys? The wife of Muhammad, she said, and she is a first-hand witness, that her beautiful, pretty husband, Fakira, he used to imagine himself doing boom boom to his wives, but in fact, he did not. So who was it then? A genie? Aisha, she said, the Prophet continued for such and such. Hey, Muslims, what do you mean such and such? Is that the year? Which one is the year? Which one is the month? Which one is the day? I mean, why you don't say, why you take it off? For such and such? Is that because it's an embarrassment? You know, the Arab, they used to measure, like they have a weird things in history, like, you know, how they measure history. And I will give you an example. In the Middle East, the biggest shame if you fart, you know, like not in USA. In USA, if you know, like if you barb, like, you know, this is a shame. But if you fart, it's in USA. So there's a guy, he's a Bedouin guy, an Arab Bedouin. One day he was sitting with his friend and he farted. His name is Hamad. His name is what? Hamad. Like from the name of Muhammad, which means Muhammad. So Hamad, because now he farted, nobody can forget that he farted. Wherever he go, people says, Hamad fart. Hamad did, etc. So, and not only that, you know, like even they measure things. Like when you are going to... When the last time you saw your, you know, etc. person, says Hamad, when Hamad did fart. So Hamad decided to leave his homeland and he decided to go far away, and he stayed away for 40 years. 40 years. He came back and he found an old woman next to the well of the water. He noticed her, he remembered her. He was young, you know, and she was still not that old, but he was able to recognize her. He said, hey, auntie, how are you? How are you doing? How's your son? How old is he now? She said, he is right now 40 years because he is now 44 years old because he was born 4 years after Hamad farted. So the fart of Hamad became a point of history. The woman now, she is measuring when her son is born. 44 years he is now, because he was born 4 years after Hamad fart. You know, Hamad, he said to himself, what the heck, I stayed away for 40 years and I still don't remember. I better go. She said, who are you? He said, nobody, take care. And now we have a prophet who used to be imagining his wife having sex with him or his wives. And what is the date? Fart and fart. Since Hamad farted. What is the date? What does that mean? What do you mean such and such? Why you take it off? Is that the Hamad the 14th day? Is that the Chinese year? And then, by the way, in case you don't know how 14 is something big in the Islamic religion, you can go check out. You will see. Just type in this website. Just type here. Let me teach you a trick. Just type here in English. I'm not going to type for you in Arabic. Just type fort. 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 Bingo. The smell is all over the place. If you fart, Allah don't accept your prayer. Why? Like, what the heck? Allah don't accept the prayer of somebody he did fart. Why God will not accept your prayer if you fart? What the heck is that? Is your prayer is delivered with the fart? Is your prayer will go all the way to Allah with the fart? I mean, you don't mean it. Especially you are bending over and you push your, when you bend over, you are going to push your stomach, you press it, you know. So if you have gas, will go. What the heck? If you do it on purpose, I can say, okay. And not to forget the hadith where it says that the shaitan, he straight the hair of the Muslim anus and he will not stop when they are praying until he make them fart and he hear it and he smell it. Look at the... Man, this guy, shaitan, is so stubborn. Do we have any Muslim want to say anything? Until now, we have 0 Muslim. Anyone? Al-Khomeini, the big sheikh of the Shia who died, he was making fun of the Sunni. He said to them, you have the biggest library of a bathroom. Why? Because they have thousands of books about farting. Actually, there's a person, he made a PhD degree, imagine, in Saudi Arabia. He's a doctor now. What his PhD is in Islam. The sounds come from the stomach. Let me find it. This is an Islamic school. He is studying, you know, this is Sharia. You know, you have to know what kind of sound it is. How many sounds? I'm trying to remember what the title of his PhD. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get exactly the name of the person and the name of the study. This is not about like science. This is about Islamic religion. This is not like a study, you know, like a disease or no. This is about just a prayer, how to pray, what kind of sound will make yourself, your prayer is not valid, and you know. Let us see. Yeah, I cannot remember the name. But because I saw this many, many years ago. If you fart in the bathtub during absolution, he was just to blow up or something. You know, supposedly this is about being clean. It's okay, I mean, no problem. But you know, this guy, the one who speak about farting will like defy your prayer. How he can be the same person who used to take a shower with dead dogs? He do ablution with dead dogs and win blood from period. I mean, when you hear the person speaking about if you fart, your prayer is not accepted, I will say, okay, maybe he is, you know, being so extra clean. They respect their God, they respect their religion. But look how Muhammad, he prepared himself for prayer. The man literally, he sunk himself in water, have dead dogs and women blood from period and garbage. And look, this is the Muslim translation. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said, some people ask Allah Messenger whether he might perform ablution out of the well of Bid'ah, which is a well into which menstrual clothing, dead dogs, and stinking things were thrown in. He replied, water is always pure. But we have dead dogs in it, and he himself, he take a shower there. It was said, O Messenger of Allah, you perform wudu, which means ablution, from the well which the bodies of dogs, they are not even complete dogs, they are like pieces. You know, you can imagine how filthy the water is. And menstrual rags and garbage thrown in. He said, water is pure and nothing make it impure. Do you see it? So when you see Muhammad speaking about farting will cancel the acceptance of your prayer, you might think that this guy is extra clean. But this guy is totally out of his mind. I mean, why even you are using that water? Even you see the reason that people asking him, are you doing that? Because nobody would do that. He's doing stupid things. He's a crazy man. Yeah, it's metaphoric. Yeah, metaphoric. Yeah, those dogs, by the way, they are metaphoric dead dogs. And yeah, I get the point. You're right. It's a metaphoric. I like the metaphoric thing. Listen, brother, this is metaphoric. Okay? See here it says dead dogs. It doesn't say dead dog. Dead dogs. Think about it. Close your eyes. Dead dogs. It's not a dead dog. So it's not confirmed that they are really dogs. It's dead dogs. Dogs. Sometimes you call somebody, your neighbor, you call him he's a dog. Sometimes you get angry from your husband, you say he's a dog because he bite you. Sometimes you call your wife a dog because she bite you. You never know. So this is metaphorical. This is have nothing to do with real dogs. And now we go to the second part. Ministral. Ministral. How many times we hear the Christians say ministry? Huh? Ministry. God bless your ministry. Huh? So ministerial in Islam is very close to the like ministry thing. It's a ministerial ministry. And why it's called ministerial? Because the one is involved in it, they are women. All right? So this is metaphorical for women. So like, are you going to take water which brought for you by women? And look, it says it closes. Why? Because at that time, women, they used to collect water in their pocket. Because pocket at that time, they used to be made from nylon and plastic, you know. The Prophet was not like going green too much. And then you might say here, it says experiment. Well, experiment, sorry, you are stupid. Experiment, it says here, it's mean XX. It's not experiment no more. It's X. That means it's recycled already. It was poo-poo, but now it's not. It's fertilizer now. And now we get you busted. We refuted all the stuff you said. It's not experiment. It is X. X. Do you see the word X? Don't you Christian Prince says to you, ex-Muslim? There's a huge difference between ex-Muslim and Muslim. Here it's in front of you. It says experiment. X. So it's not anymore. Okay? And now I get you busted. How you can solve the problem. This is why you cannot win a debate with a Christian prince. We'll find a solution for it. How come most of the Arab, they still follow Muhammad? Where the most Arab follow Muhammad? Go just to the Middle East and see how many people follow Muhammad. You know, in the appearance, they follow Muhammad, but in reality, nobody. Oh boy. And the funny, this is their translation. You know, if we translate, they will say you are a liar. But this is their website. This is not us. Let us see if this is Fakira. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Any Muslim would like to call us? Nobody? All right. Well, we are trying to call a Muslim. He called himself Jiha, but he did not answer. He said, is not online. Jiha is not online. He said to me, Salam, liar. Liar. I mean, we showed it to them in the screen, and yet they call us liar. This is their website. This is their translation. This is their, this is the number. This is the reference. And yet they call me what? Liar. Yeah, it's a metaphorical. Drink this water. If somebody comes to your house and they ask you what's your name, tell them drink this water. If they start drinking from your kitchen, tell them this is metaphorical. You either don't drink my juice. You want to call me? Are you a Muslim? We are taking calls only from Muslims. Only Muslims. Any true believer, he think he can call us and tell us what's wrong with this religion? If there's nothing wrong, show us. Anyone? Yeah, this is Sunnah.com. Yeah, this is Sunnah.com. This is a very well-known Muslim website. Actually, I think this website is run by the Deen Show, which is sponsored by Qatar, I think. Sunnah.com. So this is Islamic TV, and they are the one. And you can contact them, you know. See, Sunnah.com. This is not my website. Do we have any strong believer would like to call us? If you are here first time, don't forget to subscribe. And if you are second time, don't forget to unsubscribe. For if you do so, Allah will double your reward. For you just unsubscribe from a Christian prince. Do that all day long. Subscribe and subscribe. By the end of the day, you will have thousands of rewards. Let us fool Allah. Click the button. I mean, even the logic of reward. Look, they ask Sheikh Asim. Hold on, let me go there. Oh boy, I'm typing. I'm typing in Arabic. I want to use English. Brother. This is the video for Zakir Naik. Why? Look at the title. Why killing lizard is encouraged in Islam, brother? Have you heard of any religion? And look at the discussion. Look, the Muslim serious discussion. Look at this. And this guy is looking down to see if there is a lizard around so he can get reward. Hadith about killing lizard. Adnan Rashid Hamza Tartuzi. Why is killing lizard is good deed in Islam? Brother, who would like to call us and tell us why killing a lizard is a good deed in Islam? Guys, do you know why I have guns? Did you ask yourself? You might think for self-defense. Oh, I want to kill a lizard. I make a lot of deeds when I see Allah. Indonesia, if I come to Indonesia, do you have lizard there? Indonesian people, do you have a lot of lizard there? If you have a lot of lizard, I'm going to buy a ticket and come to you immediately. I spend the day just going around. I'm very good with the arrow too, you know, like those. Banana, you know, go to the banana. I love banana, you know. I hope there's no atheist in the bushes. He will say, here we go. We just approve the theory that they are, all of us, we use originally to be monkeys. Otherwise, why this guy, he like banana? The atheists, they have their own logic too, by the way. So, why is killing lizard is a good deed in Islam? Who was a Muslim, want to tell me? Why the Prophet, he taught you that killing lizard is a good deed in Islam? Anyone? You know, I'm going to the Indonesian embassy. I will apply for residency, and they will ask me for what the job, what do you want to do there? I will say I'm going to lead an army of Muslims to kill the lizard, to do jihad. The Abdul in the embassy, he will give me at least 10 years visa. Yeah. Any Muslim can tell us. Isn't it I hiding in the tree? If this is true, so what? This guy will ask, is it shaitan? Is it Allah, God will, or it is the Jews, the stupid Johnny forgot that his God in the Quran says that the one who killed Jesus is the Jews. So the Jews say, we killed Jesus. Let us say I was hiding behind a tree and a dog bark. Why I'm going to kill the dogs? And I teach my people to kill all the dogs. In fact, the story is more hilarious. According to Muhammad, when the non-believer Abraham, all animals, they were trying to put down the fire, except the lizard. Is that true? Is that true? Is that really the reason? You can watch any of those videos and they will tell you the story. All animals, they try to put the fire down, except Mr. Lizard. True story, brother. This is a true and real story. Brother, the house lizard have to be killed, brother. Like, why? Please, why? Any Muslim can tell us why. What the lizard did? Should we go after his family, all of them, or only him?
An insect that is...
According to the sheikhs of Islam, the house lizard is an insect.
An insect. The house lizard is an insect that is harmful. Some of it cause...
Brother. It's an insect and it's harmful. But is that the reason to kill it? No. No. This is the real reason.
Mice do heinous things, though people nowadays are so fond of them. We're told to kill the crows. A crow that...
Anyway, you can watch the video and die laughing. So the story is that a lizard, he tried to kill Abraham and he tried to burn him. Who is a Muslim? He believes in such a story. That all animals, they try to put the fire down. All animals. Except Mr. Lizard. Huh? Listen carefully for the real reason.
Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, was thrown by his people in the blazing fire. All the creatures of Allah used to try and put off the fire, with the exception of the house lizard. It used to try to blow so that the fire would grow. And
Well, John, you are just being stupid. This is what Islam teaches, we just showed you what it says. So stop lying, get out of here. What will happen to Isaiah? You must even don't know the name of Isaiah. We are the Muslims. Who is Isaiah? Who is Isaiah? They will say to you, it says in the Quran, is Haq. What is Haq mean? It says Haq. You know. What Abraham mean? You don't know. And here we go. This is your sheikh and this is your prophet saying that. So don't say because of Isaiah. You see, we don't accept liars here. And aren't you ashamed even to lie about the real reason? And where we can find the story of Isaiah in your book. And let us say, assume that I was hiding behind a tree and there is a bird. People are following me to kill me. And then a bird fly and then people know that somebody is moving there. So they come to me and they catch me. Am I going to order the people to kill the birds because of that bird? I mean, who is the stupid here? So all the animals of Allah, all the creatures, read with me the subtitle. All the creatures of Allah, they were trying to put the fire down except the lizard. What the lizard was doing? He was blowing in the fire. All the creatures of Allah were trying to put the fire off, to put the fire down, except the Mr. Lizard. And where we find this? We find this in the Sahih Hadith. Even he himself, he quote for you the Hadith. And he said, Sahih, you see it? There's a Sahih Hadith, authentic, in Al-Bukhari. So all of this is coming from Bukhari. And then this guy says, no, this is from Isaiah. Do we have any brave Muslim here who would like to call us? Anyone? Any brave Abdul? Any brave Abdul? Half a brave Abdul we take, no problem. Anyone? Hey Christians, who is the one who killed Jesus? It is God? Well, it is the Jews, or it is Satan? They are here. Jesus said, I lay down myself and nobody can take me. Which means they want to kill him, yes. He knew they are going to do it, yes. But if Jesus don't want it to happen, it will never happen. He laid down himself, but he did not kill himself. There's a huge difference. The story of the crucifixion is about Jesus showing the Christians and his followers that everything he said is absolutely true. All the prophets about him is absolutely true. This is why in the cross he says it's perfect, it's complete. And even in the cross he says, forgive them, Father, they don't know what they are doing. So they are the one who did that. He did not do it to himself. But still, he said, I lay down myself. All the mission of Jesus is to come and save the whole mankind. The one who accepts him, they are called Christians. The one who rejects them, they are called pagan, like Muhammad. So when somebody tries to make a statement, say, who killed Jesus? Is it maybe God will? Is it God will? We don't believe in the predestined, believe in God will. So the will of God, or God, he loved the world, he sent his only begotten Son. And that's why Jesus, when he spoke to the Father, he said, let your will be done. But God did not force the Jews to kill Jesus, and he did not ask them to kill Jesus, and he did not cause them to kill Jesus. It was their hatred against him. In the same time, if Jesus did not die on the cross, how we will know for sure that he can do what he claimed? He said, you can destroy this temple and I can rebuild it in 3 days. when Jesus was crucified, even the disciples, they thought it's over. The Lord is gone. But Jesus came back again. And this is why one of his disciples, he says, I will not believe unless I see. I want to see by my own eyes. I can't believe this. So Jesus, he proved who he is, even by death. Not only when he was alive between us, even after resurrection, even during death, even when he died, a miracle happened. People of Lizard, they are talking about logic. I like it. And then we see, like once I remember a Muslim, I was sitting with two Muslims, and one of them, they get excited when they see someone is an Arab and a Christian, so he wanted supposedly to question how I believe in this. So he said to me, well, if Jesus is Son of God, don't you think his Father will save him? I said, well, this is very good logic. You are right. If Jesus is Son of God, his Father should save him. But that doesn't mean Jesus is Son of God in Islam. Because according to Islam, his Father saved him. That other guy who was older, he said to him, see, I told you, don't go there. I spoke to him before, you're no match. Answer now. Go ahead, answer. And then the Abdul started saying, no, I didn't. And you in your belief, I said, no. You see, either you use your logic, or you are being hypocrite. This is your logic. If Jesus is Son of God, then his Father should save him. But isn't this is what happened according to Islam? They are hypocrite. They will never use the logic they use against you for their own. They have double standard. If this is the reason why Jesus cannot be God, because his Father should save him, well, this is exactly what happened in Islam then. And not only that, the stupid Quran confirmed that the Jews, they say, we killed the Messiah. The Quran never say that the Messiah, he killed himself, or I killed him, or no. He says the opposite. He says the Jews, they say, we crucified him. Even the mission, how they did it. And the Quran confirmed that this is really what happened. How? Even though it says no, they did not do it, but he said, but it was made, appeared into him, which means what happened. If you go to the court and the judge asks you, what will ask you? You are there for a reason. They call you witness. What is the witness? Who is the witness? The witness is somebody who witnessed something. An eye sighting. So the Jews, they eye sight Jesus in the cross. And they are the one, according to the Quran, who put nails in his hands. And they are the one who did kill him. So not only they saw it, they did it by their own hands. And the Quran confirmed that this is what they saw. Now, the Quran has a statement which I find it very useful. It says, if you are truthful, bring your proof. See, I am using your logic. If you are truthful, bring your proof. As an example, chapter 2, verse 111. And this verse is even about the Christian and the Jews. The Christian and the Jews, they say nobody go to heaven except us. Say, produce your proof if you are truthful. Let us use the same logic Allah is using in the Quran, Muhammad. Can you, Muslim, produce your proof that what happened, that Allah, he made Jesus look in the cross, kill in the cross? fact, if you can make that proof, that means Jesus was in the cross, and the Christians they are, and the Jews they are in the truth, because this is what they saw. So the verses in the Bible speaking about Jesus dying in the cross are truthful verses. For the Quran confirm that what the disciples they say it is what they saw. People, do you understand what I'm saying? The Quran confirm that the Bible is telling the truth about the crucifixion of Jesus. Why? Because this is what they saw. So the Quran confirmed that there was a crucifixion. The Quran confirmed that there's someone, they call him Jesus. Not only Jesus, they call him the Son of Mary. You see, the Muslim will come to you and says, oh, there is someone next to him in the cross. His name is Jesus too. You stupid idiot. The Quran says that they say Jesus, the Son of Mary, the messenger of Allah. Do you see how we use the Quran to get them busted with their lies? They say, no, there's someone, his name is Jesus too in the cross. Look at the Quran. They are talking about a specific person. The Jews, every Jew, he have a father. They will call him by his father name. Jesus is the only one. He have only a mother. Jesus, Son of Mary. Not only that, Allah messenger. So this is why the Muslims don't dare to debate us, because we use their own stupid books against their own mouth. This verse confirms actually that we Christian, we believe in what happened, and this is what happened. Even though we would not need a stupid Muhammad to confirm to us, because this guy, he came 600 years after Jesus. The funny is that the Muslim like Zakir Naik will say to you, the book of Dawn, it's 50 years after Jesus. 50 years after Jesus. Okay, hold on, let us assume it's true, 60 years after Jesus. So how you reject a book written 60 years after Jesus, but you accept a book written 600 years, actually not even 600 years, the book of Quran, the Muslim they don't have it. Nobody have it. But if we assume that Muhammad came with this statement 600 years after Jesus, so how you refuse 60 and you accept 600? How you refuse somebody, he was a witness, he was a disciple of Jesus, and you accept somebody, he never been in the land of Jesus, he never been with Jesus, he never saw Jesus, he don't even know how to say his name, he called him Isa. Who is Isa? Do you see why and how easy to get you busted? Do we have any brave Muslim here? You see, there's two things I don't like. Don't lie. Especially if things is so clear. I will lose my patience, I will block you. I mean, you can lie a little bit, like, at the time, like, like a rat eating little cheese from time to time, I will let it go. But when your lie is so big, I will smash you. Let's have a question. Why Jesus is in heaven and Muhammad is in the grave, but Allah took him into himself? Why Allah did not take Muhammad? And not only that, stupidity even continue in the verse 159. It says, not one of the people of scriptures believe in him before his death. What the heck? You stupid idiot. How you are calling them people of scriptures, which means they are following the scriptures, which means they are following Jesus. And they will believe in him before his death. So why they are called people of scriptures? Christians. Do we Christians consider Jehovah's Witnesses Do we call them people of scriptures? They have a fabricated translation for the Bible. The Mormon is the same. They don't believe Jesus is, even him as God. There's many gods. They believe that he is even an angel. His name is Michael. When you call us people of the scriptures, that means we are following the scriptures. So how we will believe later when already we are called people of the scriptures? You don't earn such a title if you are a believer. The Quran never said that the Muslims are people of the scriptures. Can you believe it? The Quran never ever said once, not even once, that the Muslims are people of the scriptures. Only us. The Quran called the Muslims Ummiyin, the Gomai, the pagan. The Quran confirmed that the Gomai is those who don't have the scriptures. Christians are not Gomai. Those are not. Chapter 2, verse number 78. Muhammad, he sat now between the Jews, and now he learned from the Jews. Otherwise, this guy, he had nothing to do with Judaism and Christianity. He is just a fraud. And then we will find tons of verses that even the Christians, they call all the Muslims Ummiyin, the illiterate, the ignorant, the Gomai. You see it? The pagan. Look at the translation. Chapter 3. Some and you can trust them, and some of them you cannot. And those some they say, what we have to do with those ignorant between bracket pagans? What the Christians in the time of Muhammad they call the Muslims? Chapter 3, verse number 75. What is the word is used here? Is Ummiyin, which means they are illiterate. They don't know God. They are pagans. They don't have a book of God. They are follow pagans God. This is what they've been given as a title, and this is what the Quran calling them. And the funny is, the Quran confirmed that the Ummiyin are pagans. Chapter 3, verse number 20. Look what the verse saying. So if they dispute with thee, say, I have submitted, not submitted, surrender my whole self to Allah. And those who they are unlearned. See the first translation here? The one that says pagans. The unlearned is the Muslims. Say to the unlearned, did you surrender to Allah? Why is calling them unlearned? They are illiterate about the true God. The Christians are people who they are learned. They are not the pagan, and the Quran confirmed that. So this is why the Muslims they fear somebody who knows the laundry of Muhammad. They prefer somebody who will defend the Christianity by just using the Bible. I don't waste my time, because whatever I say to you about the Bible, even listen, I get you busted from your book. In chapter 7, verse number 158, the Quran confirms again that Muhammad is a pagan. What is the word is used? illiterate. How he is a prophet and he is illiterate? Anyone can answer? Maybe we should make a video about it. How you can be prophet because illiterate is about not knowing God. This is not about not knowing how to write, how to read. How he is a messenger of God and he is illiterate about God. How we knew that this is about literacy about God? The Quran says so. We just show you the verses. Chapter 2, verse number 78 says those who are illiterate is who is the one who knows not the scriptures. Do you see it? It's not about reading and writing. So how a person who do not know the scriptures, he can teach the scriptures? A prophet who do not know God, he's a prophet. A prophet who do not know the scriptures, he is a prophet. You see, when the Muhammad they say mean he cannot write and read because those people, they are stupid. The Quran in front of you, it says clearly what it's meant. The illiterate is the one who will not know the book. This is why we are called people of the book, and anyone else is called illiterate. The Quran and people, they are illiterate. And learned. It's in front of you. Do we have any Muslim here who would like to say anything? Somebody saying, not being picky, but isn't it spelled differently and literate and illiterate? It doesn't matter for me. I don't care about the translation. I speak Arabic. This is the English for you. I don't agree with any Muslim translation. If you change the translator, you will find different translation, different words. For me, I read it in Arabic as it is. For you, you are stuck with the language you speak. Don't repeat the same request many times. I'm not blind, my friend. Video of the T and ISIS. People make me vomit. So translation will not make any difference, at least for me. But you can change the translation. Here we go. The same word is switched to illiterate. Are you happy now? Do you see it? It's the same website. This is Muslim translation. Now it is illiterate. I was saying it. And there are among them illiterate who know not the book. So who is the one who is illiterate? It is the one who will not know the book, not the one who will not know how to write, how to read. Remember, this is a book supposedly about faith. And this is a proof that the Muslims are very ignorant. They don't even understand their book. Actually, I believe all of this in front of us, never that what we see in front of us is a translation of the Quran, which means it is an adjustment from the Aramaic into what is called Arabic. Arabic is a very mixed language. That's why the Quran, like the Quran keeps saying, this is an Arabic book, Arabic book, Arabic book. But then you ask them, okay, what the word ummiyun mean? Do they know? That's why they are saying ummiyun mean that somebody don't know how to read, how to write. But as you see, the verse is so clear. It says those who not know the book, not those who do not know how to write, how to read. So their explanation for their own book is against their own verses. For if it's meant to be about illiteracy, about not able to write and read, then this verse is wrong. Do we have any more? Muhammad want to say anything? And then the funny says, then we to those who write the book with their hands. Who wrote the Quran? How many Quran they have? And where is the Quran of Muhammad? They have none of it. Quran says clearly that Allah, He forbid the Muslims and forbid Muhammad from writing the Quran. And I find it very funny that the God of Islam saying it is on us, and the God of Islam always he call himself us. You are the Muslim. Why, if he is one? They say because he feels like majestic, which is very stupid. That means Allah is not satisfied with him being one, so he like to call himself us because he feel more confident with being many instead of one. It is for us to collect it, to gather it. Gather what? The Quran. So who is the one should be collecting the Quran? Allah. Not the Muslims. Somebody saying this is royal us. Well, how it can be royal us, my friend? When you say royal us, the king, he is speaking in the name of the nobles, because there are many. The king is one of the nobles, and usually he is chosen by the noble to be the king. So how that can be royal? Is Allah speaking in the name of the noble and he was selected? That is even more funny. And if Allah, he like to call himself us to be noble, that means Allah as one is not noble. And if God, he need to call himself us. You see, if the God of the Christians say us, well, the Christian believe in the Trinity. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. The Muslim, they say Allah is one. Okay. When a Muslim says, when Allah, he called himself us, that is like a royal, majestic. That's mean Allah, he cannot find himself to be majestic if he is one. So he have to use a fake language, because is he us really for real, or this is a false word? Who is a Muslim when answer us? Is Allah is us for real, or is only one person? Any Muslim can answer? If he is only one person, and this is what the Muslim will say, and then he uses us, that means Allah, he don't feel good to be one. And not with that, as long as we mention in this, there's other verse in the Quran where Allah, he is going to have sex with us. With who? With us. In chapter 21, verse number 17, Allah, He says, if we would like to take a partner, Muslim translation, to bracket i.e., wife or a son, etc. I like it, etc. We could surely have taken it from us. Is it now majestic too? He's talking about taking a partner. And if Allah is one, who is us? Who He will take partner from? If you say the wife is a human, that would be even more funny, because how a human can become an us? In order to be us, you have to be from the same kind. If you are standing between a bunch of donkeys and somebody says to you, who is with you? You say, us. That's funny. You mean who? There's no human beside you. There's donkeys. You use us for people of your kind. So when Allah says He is going to take a partner, He will take it from what? From us. How that work? Is that majestic? Do we have any Muhammadan? Allah is going to marry Allah. Do we have any Muhammadan want to say anything? So wherever we go, this religion is stupid. Nothing makes sense. Who is us? Who is the partner? And you know, if you say, if Allah want to take a partner, He would take it from us, then the us is already exist. Because a Muslim will say to you, what we intended. If we are going to, okay, if, still it's mean they are there. Correct? If I say, if I want to eat, I will eat from my garden. That's not a garden. Now we are talking about taking a partner. And this partner is a female, so we can have a baby son. And what makes it more funny and more stupid, this God, He cannot have a son unless He get a wife. You see, the word in Arabic is lahu. Lahu is a woman. It's not that they say here like past time. This is false translation. Lahu is a word mean a woman, a female, literally. So if we want to take a female, we are going to take from ourselves. And here you will notice how the Quran is stupid. He says lahwan, which is a female, and then لَاتَّخَذْنَاهُ, speaking about it as a male, because the Quran grammar is horrible. Do we have any Abdul have any objection? Anyone? And by the way, maybe Christian Prince is saying this, but it's not true. You can open the interpretation. This is why the Muslim between two brackets, they say to him, to your wife, a son, etc. Did you ask yourself why the Muslim saying the word wife? Maybe it's a TV. Why the Muslim they choose the word wife? Why the word women or wife is there? And then when you go and read the interpretation, they will say to you, he's talking about taking a wife from the whore. But isn't it the whore or the women who the Muslim will sleep with them? How they are human and they are women, and those are made for men like me and you to sleep with them, and then Allah will take one of them to be his partner, his wife. That means Allah is a man. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. If Allah, he would like to take a partner, read with me carefully, he would found it with ourselves from among the beautiful idols or the angels. But the Quran confirmed that the angels are male. They are not female. Isn't the Quran saying that they made the angels females? Speaking about non-Muslim doing that, the Arab. Huh? And even they worship them. They worship the daughters of Allah. And these verses make it so clear that angels are not females. Chapter 37, verse number 150. So how Allah will take an angel as a wife? Do you see it? Chapter 37, verse 150 says, or that we created the angels female. Did we? Did we really create any angels as females? He's saying, no, we did not. So how Allah is going to take a partner as a wife from the angels? And the funny here, look at the Muslims, if there is any one of them there to answer. Okay, as long the angels are not female, so what is their gender? Hey Muslim, do they have gender? They have no answer. Female mean lahu. Lahu mean female. Well, you know, for us as a human, when we say female, we are talking about a human, right? According to the Muslim interpretation, the word lahu is a female in the language of Yemen. Or let us say the dialect of Yemen. Any Muhammadan? And the funny thing too, that if we ask the Muslim, okay, what is the gender of Allah? If they say, they will say to you, he is not a female, he's not a female. Okay, is he a male? You just said he. And as you see, he is speaking about himself taking a partner which is a female. In different verse, the Quran says, how Allah can have a son if you don't have a girlfriend? So what is his gender? Obviously, he's a male. Okay, if Allah is a male, you see, Jesus come to this earth in the flesh of a man as a male. Wonderful. But Jesus as God don't get married. This is explain why. If he is just a prophet like everybody, well, he got married, he would have kids. But he don't have a woman. He never had one. Yet he have a full look and a flesh of a human being. As a male. Allah have a male member part. For what reason? In the Quran, in chapter 6, verse 101 says, to him is due the primal of origin of the heaven and the earth. How can he have a son if he doesn't have a girlfriend? This verse comes from chapter 6, verse 101, that the God of Islam is a male God. Why? In order to have a son, he didn't say, how I can have a son without having a husband. If Allah is a female, she will say, how can I have a son and I don't have a husband or a boyfriend? What he said is the opposite. He said, how can he, and again, look, Allah is saying he. How can he have a son when he has no girlfriend? You see why we say Islam is a very stupid religion? Dictionary online says for amusement. Well, I can get that busted into a second. The Muslim call me and I will get him busted into a second. What's he? Any Muslim want to call me and get me busted? Let's see if the word dahu mean. Actually, if this is true, why the Muslim they put the word female, wife? You know, if this is not about wives, why the word wife is there? How they come to the conclusion of female? Why wife? And how you have why you want to have a wife so you can have a son? This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi, and this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All right. This is what? This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi. Let us show you the link so you can see from the title. Quran KSA .education Saudi Arabia. This is official government website. And this is Tafsir al-Qurtubi. And what is the word lahu? Read. قوله تعالى لو أردنا أن نتخذ لهوا قالوا امرأة. It is a woman. It is a woman. This is Al-Qurtubi, and we can go and show you many places. Let us show you more, actually. Let me give you this link first. You can go and use Google Translation to translate the page. Things without proof from their books. Can they deny it? Which actually in the same page, hold on, in the same page I missed that part. Give me a second. Here we go. Let's put it in the screen again. In the first two line, in the first line, it says when Allah He says أن نتخذ لهوا واللهو المرأة بلغة اليمن, and lahu is a woman in the language of Yemen or the dialect of Yemen. Let's use Google translation. Let's see. Sexual intercourse. Where is the line is gone? He said, what is even the word Yemen? I don't see it. Qatada says in the Jazra, it was Ata Mujahid. Okay. Like in the English translation, it's gone. However, you can do this. You can copy this part. Let us do this. We will copy this part, this line, and we will go to Google Translation. You can do the same even if you don't speak English. I mean, you don't speak Arabic, sorry. But anyway, any Muslim who speaks Arabic, he knew what I'm saying. We open Google Translation, we copy exactly as it is here. And now we go to Google Translation in front of your eyes. I will copy and paste the sentence as it is. Take fun, women. Fun is in the language of Yemen. Translation is horrible. But that's what it says. أن نتخذ لهوا واللهو المرأة بلغة اليمن. He is saying we take lahu, and lahu is meant the women in the dialect of Yemen. You see it? So this is the first line in the book of Al-Qurtubi. This is not me saying that. This is them. This is the Muhammadan themselves saying that. We have somebody trying to call us. Let's see. I hope he's a Muslim. Hello?
Long time.
Yes.
Okay, so basically I'm Moroccan.
All right.
And yes, and I've been watching your videos for like a month or so now.
All right.
You're so convincing, to be honest. I I tried like I'm so convinced, to be honest, now, and the problem is that I tried to talk to my father about it, like to ask him more questions, because I don't have much people to ask, and
Okay.
I don't trust those imams and stuff, because they already don't respect women. Like they don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah, you are like you are like a different creature. You are a down creature. You know, you are not even worth talking to.
Yeah, like they don't even like try to look at you, like, and you feel like they're talking fast, like they're just trying to get you off, like just, I mean, like go away, it's not a good feeling. So I tried to talk to my dad, but the first question I asked him is about the Jews. I was like, okay, and no, about Arab, I'm sorry, about Arabs. I was like, okay, so Arab came from the Jews, all right, then how they became Arab? And he started telling me the story that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, okay. And then I asked him about other things that you said in your channel, and all his answers were like so weird. And I told him about the story, like why the Christian, like why Jesus' story is different in Islam, because Jesus in Islam, he was born in Sahara under a palm tree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, why is it different? And he was like, well, it's correct, not from us. Like us, God already told us the original story, so they are wrong. And I was like, wow. I mean, so it's all true.
Have you ever, like you said you're from Morocco, have you ever like
Yes,
in touch with the palm tree before?
we have palm trees,
You have a palm tree in the yard? Okay, I want you to do this today. After you finish
but
talking to me.
I'm not in Morocco now. I ran from there. I'm
Okay,
in
I
China.
understand. But anyway, like if you get the chance one day to see a palm tree, I want the Quran speak of.
Okay.
The Quran says when Mary she wanted to give birth and she wanted to eat, she's hungry. She was able to shake the palm tree.
Exactly. Like the palm tree is so fucking like thick,
Don't
like so big to the point.
no bad language, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like it's so like big and huge to the point that you can't even like roll your hand around.
I want to show how Mary she used to be. I was able to do that. She used to go to the gym every day.
Yeah, maybe.
She go to the gym every day and she practice and she got muscles, and this is very, it makes sense, And now she is going to the red child and she is hungry. I'm so glad that she should not even take the tree from the ground, the whole tree. I mean, who in the world can believe such a story that the female woman, she is carrying a baby and now she is going to deliver? Hardly she can move. Not only she is a female, who is the male? He can shake a tree. What a tree? A palm tree. And if you shake it from the bottom, you can make the date fell from the top. And how you can shake the bottom of a palm tree? So not only the story is different from all the stories, it's totally stupid story.
I know. Like exactly, and like because even men, like when they climb palm tree to get the dates, like they climb it, they don't take it.
Even if you climb it, still you have to use a sharp tool so you can cut the thing. They are very hard to fail. They don't fail that easy. I mean, they will fail only if they are like done, they are rotten, So you cannot just shake the tree, especially in the bottom of the tree. Like, if I say maybe Mary, she was like 20 meters tall, and she got the little tiny branch where they have some bait, and she shake it. But we know that the palm tree, they come like a big branch full of bait, and there's no way a person can shake the ground of the tree. We are talking about tree in the bottom. If the tree maybe it was a grape, I would say okay, grape maybe. No, it's possible you can shake it, but this is a palm tree. Yeah, she was Samson. Yeah. So what do you think? I don't know what to call you. What you don't need to say. You don't have to say your name. You can give me any anyway.
I don't know, like Ray, anything. It's okay. Like I don't.
Okay,
really...
I will call you Fatima. Here we go. I give you a name.
No,
no Fatima? Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to call me anything.
All right. So what do you think? As long as you are convinced, I feel like you are. I mean, you've noticed that Islam is a really stupid religion. Did you ask your father about why in the heaven, as long as you are a lady, why in the heaven the Muslim man will have a lot of women for sex, and the woman she will get nothing. She will be just a toy. Where's the reward for women?
You see, I didn't even get to ask this question. To be honest, I'm lucky that my family is not that crazy. Like because Arab people, like they're so crazy that you can't even have a conversation with their father.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky that my father, at least, he's listening. He doesn't really say bad stuff or like. I mean, he's willing to listen, but his answers are so like stupid. I'm sorry, but my dad's not logical at all. And I just like the first questions I asked him were like enough to prove to me that he's the way he's thinking. I don't know. It's uh, it's a little bit scary. Like literally, like you think everyone is corrupt except you. Like everything, like the Bible, the Torah. I forgot.
You see, no, no problem, even if that is the logic, no problem. But can still he answer about the things in the Quran? Let's say the Christian books is corrupted, the Jewish books corrupted, everybody is corrupted except the Muslims. Okay, but then when we ask the Muslim a question about Muhammad saying something, they will say the hadith is da'if, correct?
Yeah, I told him about when the goat ate the Quran. He was like, I mean, we already have enough Quran to read, then to add more. Like if you add more, we wouldn't even be able to finish it. Like, who will give me this kind of answer? Just please, like,
but
oh
he's
my
the one
God.
who is saying that they are corrupt, but now we find that the religion is corrupt because when they say the hadith is da'if, that means hadith is Islam, hadith is Islam, and hadith is what Muhammad said. If you say to me that the hadith is corrupt, that means Islam is corrupt. So you accuse us of corruption same time. What about the sunset in the murky water? What about the prophet in that?
I will tell you something because I'm an Arab. I understand that you are also Arab, but I'm an Arab female, and I know how Arab men are. They're so like they're so stubborn, and they created this thing is hadith daif and hadith qawi. There's no such hadith daif, and I don't know.
It's just excuse, like, correct? It's just excuse to run away from.
Yeah, it's like maybe vetted through, like people get smarter basically and had more chance to read that shit, and they're like, oh, okay, then this maybe wouldn't be good to the religion, and this maybe will be good to the religion. So put this as a daif and put this as a strong hadith. Like I don't actually believe in this thing. It's just an excuse, to be honest, to hide more.
You know what you just prove that Muhammad is a liar. You know, I don't know if you know that word hadith where Muhammad said that women are half a brain. So how come a half a brain? The men they can't answer her. I mean, if she's half a brain, right? How come those Arab men, even their own her family, they cannot answer the half a brain? She's answering, she's asking smart questions. They are giving stupid answers. So who is the one half brain? And this is what Muhammad said in the hadith. This is a Sahih hadith. Muhammad claimed the majority of women they will go to hell. Okay, why Muhammad? Muhammad he gave the excuse. He says they are ungrateful, and the top of that they have half a brain and half religion, half wisdom, half faith. Why? Because they have ministration, and that keep them away from the prayer. Can you believe it that there's somebody claimed that he is smart? Now, so the woman now she will go to hell because she have ministration. Is that her fault?
Yeah, I know. Another thing is that I asked my dad about like why no, this one I'm so interested in because I'm not interested in Arab men at all because I know how they are Arab men. And I asked my dad, so if a Muslim woman want to marry a Christian or Jewish person, is it okay? And he was I still remember in 2018 he was like, no, it's not. It's only like allowed for men. And then I was like, then why? And I kept like insisting on my question. And then he was like, anyway, do whatever you want. And just like 2 weeks ago, I re-asked him again, and he was like, yeah, it's okay. Like as long as men can marry Christian or Jewish women, then women can also marry a Christian and a Jewish man. But like I don't think
no, that's not
that's
true.
the case, right?
Yeah, your prophet. Sorry, your father. No, really, what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Muslim men only is allowed to marry a women who they are Christian or Jews, and the purpose of that is to spread Islam and to increase the number. So they will take the women. Yeah, they will take the women of the Christians, so they will have less women and they will be able to have less children. But Muslim women, they cannot marry Christians. So obviously your father did not know anything about Islam. He was a Muslim name, obviously. But you know,
He
yeah.
he claims he knows because he's a Hajj,
Ah,
and
went to
he has
Mecca.
like we have
The
those
Hajj.
yeah, he's a Hajj.
But
He had like those religious books, like a lot of them. Like I don't know, some of them are even not allowed in Morocco, but he have them. So he claims that he knows, but when I asked him, he didn't give me any answer. So that gives me like a final answer, which is I'm so confused. I don't know now who to ask. I was suggested to go and find like a foreign imam, but what they will say. So I'm just not convinced of this religion anymore.
let me go Zakar.
I
Go now, and I'm doing eating the chicken kebab. Zakar Naik, she is going to leave Islam. If you don't help her, please come on, talk to her. First of all, Christians, Muslims are stupid. I'm going to them. They will speak to me. They are bring the Prophet will name, and they will go to hell. Zakar Naik, if you're Muslim woman, they will go to hell. That means your mother, she's going to go to hell too. My mother is going to hell because he gave her to me. This is what they will say to you. Stupid answers. So let me ask
you remind me of something. You remind me of something about my mom. My mom, when I started asking those questions, and because I stopped praying. I was a good prayer. I'm also I like fasting, not only for the religion part, but also for I don't know. I just like it. And my mom kind of like felt that I stopped praying, and she was like, "Well, you know, if you don't pray out like and you did something bad about the religion, then we will all go to hell, not only you. We'll all get punished." And I was like, it's my thing. Like I'm a bad religious. Why you will go to hell?
Yeah, Islam is based on fear. You know, she's trying to make you feel guilty. Yeah, she's trying to make you feel guilty. With my respect to your mother, with my respect to your mother, she's trying to play the devil now. She's trying to be smart, supposedly, and she will make you feel guilty that if you don't pray, you know what? Because of you, I will go to hell too, which is even Islam doesn't teach. That's not true. But the question is, when you pray and you're repeating the same thing 5 times a day, how that can be a prayer? How boring it is. Listen, if I call a person now, I say, Bismillah, I mean, okay, and then I call you back after 2 hours. Before you answer the phone, okay. Now I call it 3 hours after. I mean, aren't you going to hang up on me? And you would hate to talk to me, and you will never listen to me. How boring it is to repeat the same prayer, which is not even a prayer, because it's what Allah said, not what you said.
About prayer, you know, because Muslims, they say like, oh, you have to pray so God will, you know, listen to you and like reply you basically. Like if you ask him about something, he will give you, right? But I was always like questioning, then why Christians, why Jewish, why even atheists? Like they don't pray like we pray, but still God like listen to them, you know, when they ask God, or when they're like, oh my God, I'm in trouble, or like I need this to be solved, then God help them. So there is something that it's not right?
See, first of all, when you pray, as an example, you pray like a noon time, right? Let's say the noon time prayer. Do you know that Allah, He comes only in the 3rd part of the night to listen to the Muslim prayer?
This one I don't know, but my mom told me that the angels in Salat al-Asr, they switch.
Huh?
Like I know, I used to believe, I swear, I'm not lying. This was like, anyway, she used to tell me that, okay, there is morning angels and there is night angels.
Right.
So morning angels, like the ones that they send in our sides, you know,
right.
like It's like those ones, they work from morning to the asr. And then when you pray asr, they will go to the sky and tell God the hasanat and say, yes, you did. And then the other ones will come and like replace.
Yeah.
And we'll work until night to the
In
sky.
front of me, I don't know if you can see the screen. There's a hadith here. It says, the Messenger of Allah, he said, our Lord, the blessed superior, comes every night down, and the nearest heaven, to us,
Yeah.
when the last third of the night remains, saying, if there is anyone to invoke me, so that I may respond to his invitation. So Allah come only at the third part of the night, and which means all the Muslim prayer is happening in the wrong time. And what Mom, she said to me about the angels, they will switch, but this is the hadith. Allah, he come in the third part of the night. He is not waiting for the angels to come down to bring it. At the same time, the angels take them 1,000 years to go. The Quran says so. 1,000 years. So if you pray now, the angel, in order to take it to Allah, is going to take him 1,000 years to go to report the prayer. You know? So what your mother, she's talking about? Obviously, she don't know what she's saying. But here we know the question is, why Allah need to come down to the lowest heaven to hear the Muslims? Maybe he have a bad perception. Can't he hear it from his chair? You know?
Exactly.
And when Muhammad says the third part of the night, well, we don't have one night time zone, right? We have many. I mean, when it's daytime in here, it is night in different place.
Yeah.
So that's mean Allah like a yo-yo, keep coming up and coming down, you know, because he had to come in every place in the third part of the night. But because Muhammad, he thinks the earth is flat, and all of us, we have one time, so Allah will come down in the third part of the night. I can't understand to say this is a weak hadith. No, this is a Bukhari, and the same hadith exists in Sahih Muslim. Islam is a stupid religion, really stupid. I mean, this is the religion of stupidity. What you can say?
You know, they ask you to pray at night. Like, I've been asked from my mom. My dad never. My dad doesn't care about my religious side. He's just like he's doing his thing, you know. But my mom is more like, yeah, you have to pray, you have to do it, blah blah blah. Anyway, I've been asked from my mom to ask to pray at night so many times. Like yo, wake, like especially in Ramadan, she'd be like, wake up at 3, like to pray. Oh my God, I'm like so sleepy. Like why there is morning and there is night? So we could wake up in the morning, do our thing, maybe
if you stay late, Allah, this is the only time Allah, he comes down to the earth. Allah is a Batman. He works only at night time, you know. Yeah. Well, if there's any question you need me to answer you, to help you, I will be happy to answer you.
For now, I'm still like, because I would say I left Islam, but I still have that problem because I told you I was a good Muslim. Before I eat, I say like Bismillah. Before I do anything, I say Bismillah. Before I even enter my room or my house, I say that. I also like.
Do you enter the bathroom with your left foot or right foot?
I never paid attention to that. My mom actually look, there actually is true. Like my mom told me about it. Like she said that you have to use your left foot, but to be honest, you know, I never paid attention.
But did she tell you why?
Yeah, she said that shaitan, you know, the shaitan stories anyway. Anyway, I'm really like now finding
I know you are shy to say why, because it's dirty. But this is the most stupid thing. Like you enter the bathroom, and if you don't say certain words, shaitan, he will play with the anus of the person. This is the most stupid religion ever. So, but you are a smart person. I mean, how you can accept for a second to be part of such a cult? I mean, isn't it obvious? It's stupid.
Oh, you see, I've been asking. I wasn't actually interested in even knowing more. Like before I went abroad, I never was like I never thought of asking more. I'm just like, okay, I will do what they say, and it's okay. But if I have like some big question, I would just go ask my dad or like go to search in Google. But I mean, you know, like the answers are never convincing. And when I came to China, I have like foreigner friends, of course, and they are like Christians or whatever. And we started having those, they're asking me about my religion, and I never had, of course, the answers because I don't know much. So I asked my dad, and then my dad, when he answered me, I tried to think about it, and I'm like, okay. And then I tell my friends, but then they're still not convinced, and I'm like, wait. This doesn't make any sense. How come? And then I start thinking more and more, and somebody introduced you to me, so I start watching your videos, and it suddenly all made sense. And that's why I'm like, okay, so I have to leave. But yeah, this still, I'm now still having a problem with what I told you, like the Bismillah thing, and I think I don't know what to say, like in the name of Lord. I don't know. I'm
No,
like,
it's okay. I mean, I understand. There's the things we use to in the language, but it's okay. This is not the issue. You see, we don't focus on the, let us say, in things is meaningless. We focus in the core. So in your heart, do you really think Islam is from God?
no.
That's it.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's a man. It's a man who wrote this, and it's obvious because there is nothing that helps women in Islam. I've been asking this all the time.
There's good things in Islam about, as an example, your husband can beat you. Don't you like that?
Yeah, I told my dad, I was like, why men can beat women? My dad, he never touched my mom, but anyway, he was like, well, you have to beat this one who doesn't listen. And I was like, but why would you even beat her? Like, divorce her. Isn't it easier? Like, if she's like really bad and she doesn't listen at all, then just
What if the man is bad? Why the woman she can't beat him? If this is the scenario.
well, my dad, for him, he was like, divorce him, or like you beat him too, like have a fight there.
Yeah. but it's not the issue of Islam, you know.
I know.
So, but you see, the logic is very awkward. If the woman, she is not obedience, or even if you fear obedience, you can beat her. But what if the man is an idiot? Can the wife she beat him? No. So Islam is a man-made religion. I remember actually once a lady like you, she called me, and she left Islam life on a year, and she told me the reason I'm leaving Islam because Islam is man-made religion made by the man for the man. It's not for us as women. Do you agree?
Yeah, like just look in all. I also start thinking like, why all, not without any exception, why all Islamic countries are the worst? Like, especially when it comes to women rights and like what happens to women, and not only like poverty, let's not talk about poverty, but like also the women, like the women there are suffering.
Yeah.
Like suffering.
Actually, Aisha, she said, I never saw a suffering woman as much as I believe in women.
Yeah, so she's right.
Yeah.
I want to ask her too why she's Muslim.
Well, I'm glad, because now you already said that you don't believe Islam is from God. That's mean you are an ex-Muslim already. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Look, if I don't say that, you wouldn't answer me.
So for how long you are watching my videos?
And now it's like, I think around a month or more than a month now.
So is that because of my channel you are convinced Islam is false?
No, like I've seen also how Muslim interact with you.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's mean because of my channel,
like,
then. Okay.
I'm like, yeah, it's okay. That's obvious. Like they would answer you like this, and this is how the answers will be. So yeah, it's because of your channel. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you are out of Islam and you are listening, and I will be happy to help you in any question you have. Feel free to call me anytime if you have a question. And for me as a Christian, I would love to invite you to accept my Lord and my Savior, the Messiah. You see, we as a Christians, We love the Muslims. We don't hate them. And this is the difference between Islam and Christianity. In Christianity, we've been ordered to love even our enemy. Jesus said, love your enemy, plus those who curse you. So, you, my sister, if you allow me to call you sister,
Yeah, sure.
I invite you to accept Jesus as your Savior, because you will see not only a difference, it's the same as difference between light and darkness, between Christ and his teaching and his ethic and his love and so-called Islam or Muhammad. In Christianity, you are a child of God, you are not a slave of Allah. In Christianity, you are a queen, you are not a servant. In Christianity, even Jesus himself, our Lord, he is born from a woman. So in Christianity, we don't put women down and we don't say they will go to hell. In Christianity, Jesus said, he described the church as a lady and he is as the husband. So this is how much the church for us is a holy name, is not just a name. So in Christianity, the woman, she is a church. She is the church of the man. She is not a woman to use and abuse. When a man and a woman, they get married, the Bible teach that they will become one. A man, he cannot marry four. Why? Because this is nothing but a lust. A true man, he will have only one woman, because what four women can do and one woman cannot, that is just a lust. So in Christianity, you will be the queen of your house. You will be the only lady for your husband. He is not allowed to lie to you, and you are not allowed to lie to him. And you will live as one entity, not two person. Yet you are two people, but you will be one. And that's what Christ will do to your family. And even your children, they will be different in ethic, in lifestyle, in belief, in practice, for they are new creatures, new creation. You know, I don't know if you heard Christian, they say, we are born again. Did you hear that before?
Yeah.
What do you think about this
Yeah.
word, born again? What do you think?
I don't know. I was never. I was never like.
Do you know what they meant by born again?
Like when they are Christians, or when you become Christians, or
Yeah,
like
when
it
you
was
become a
just.
Christian, when you become a Christian, you are born again. That means that with the Messiah and by the gift of the Holy Spirit, you will be a new person. You are born again. For sure, we are not going to be born the same as a child from his mother, but we are
Yeah.
born with God by the Spirit of God. So we will be new people. We will renew our life. Jesus, he bring you to humanity back. You know, evil made us evil, make us ugly, make us disgusting, greedy, selfish. In Christ, you will become a new person. That's why you will be born again. So if you like to know more about Jesus and you are interested, I will be so happy to help you.
I actually got I have like a Bible here.
All right.
I'm looking for Arabic Bible, but and it's okay. I have like an English Bible.
Mhm.
I'm trying to like understand what's going on there. To be honest, Christianity is convincing, but I'm still trying to like take my time in understanding. I mean, there is no other religion I can join to, um, but it's not, like actually, because Islam is a lie, and as long as Islam took a lot from Christianity, so it means that Christianity maybe is
The origin,
something.
the original thing.
Yeah,
For sure.
like the origin. So it's just that I want to understand one thing, is that how Jesus is God, because this thing I heard you talked about it so many times, but still it doesn't, like, I'm trying to
Yeah,
understand it more.
let's say what is God? When we say God, what God mean? What do you think? What when we say God?
God is like something that, well, it doesn't have a shape, and of course it doesn't have a size. So maybe it's bigger than even anything that you can even like imagine. Maybe he's, yeah, like I don't know.
You see, until now you are still thinking the same as Muslims they think. You know,
Look,
you're talking. No, hold
I'm
on.
still
Think.
talking about.
No, it's okay. It's okay. not judging you. I'm not, I'm just trying to help you. So when we say God, Christianity, we have different description for God. As an example, if we go and we read in the Bible, it says, God is love. God is love. You see, what you focus on is a shape, is a look, is etc. This is not really what God is. Christianity have different definition for God. If you go to First John, the book of First John, we will see it says God is love, and all living in love live in God, and God live in them. This is extremely beautiful. So our God is a loving God, and He Himself is love. In all other cults, they focus in look, legs, hands, how big He is. In Christianity, we focus that God is love, because love is the most extreme power. Make us different from other creatures or other creation. Animals are animals. They have emotion, yes. They have, like, but love is something different story. Human being, he have a gift. He received it from God. Where he received it? Only from God. Only God can give love. So when you are a person who live in love, you are living in God, the Bible said. For God is love. So in Christianity, love make you a high, noble person. You are out of this world. You are flying. You are not normal like those people who hate and want to hatred inside them. They want to kill each other. They want to go for war. You are living in love and you are enjoying love. And this is what Christianity will do to you. God is almighty, yes. He is all powerful, yes. I explained to you that God, He don't mistreat women or men. When they ask Jesus, who is going to marry this woman, when she go to heaven? Who is going to be her husband? Who is going to have her? He said, he and she, they will be the same as angels. They will not get married. So you and me, we will always be equal in the front of the eyes of God. Doesn't matter if you are a male or a female. Still, me and you, we are children of God. So in Christianity, you go back to your place. Your place is what? To be the child of God. So this is why I'm asking you if you like to know about Jesus, because I would like really to see you become a child of God, to be someone special, and to be living as a special person, not only being a special. Because in Christ we are really new people. This is why we spoke about born again. When Jesus said love your enemy, if we practice just one sentence of Jesus' teaching, all mankind history will change. Imagine, because nobody hate anybody. Everybody love everybody. Nobody have enemies. No criminals, no thieves, no liars, no cheating, no war. Why? Because everybody love everybody.
Yeah, but like CP, you didn't answer me. Like, how come Jesus can be God?
Why not? Because Jesus
No,
can be
I'm
God.
just.
I will tell you why. Well, how we know who is God or not? I can say I'm God too, and you can say I'm God. But Jesus is the person who was able to resurrect people from death. Even the stupid Quran confirmed that Jesus can make from the mud a bird. Correct? So you need to ask yourself, what is the root of those stories? Are they just stories or they are real? So Jesus is the creator. Jesus is a healer. Jesus, he can heal you spiritually, mentally, physically. Jesus, he can do what nobody can do. Jesus controlled the nature. Jesus controlled the earth. Jesus, he forgive your sin. Jesus, he gave us a better life. So being God or saying I'm God, it's an easy talk. I mean, let us say talk is cheap, right? Anyone can say that. But Jesus is the only one. He proved to be God because he went to death and he came back from death. And people, they saw his disciple, they witnessed him. And even thousands of people, they saw him after he was crucified. So Jesus, he proved not by saying I am God, but by doing what God do. So when we say how Jesus can be God, I ask myself this question: what is the reason for me to believe that Jesus is God? Just because he said beautiful words? Is that because he say beautiful statement? No, because Jesus, he can do what nobody can do. Things only belong to God. They belong to Jesus. This is why Jesus said, from their fruits you shall know them. And this is how we know who is Jesus, that he is God, because he is the fruits, resurrection, healing, making the blind see. You touch just his clothes, you are healed. He resurrect people from death. He created eyes, he gave life. He said, I am the life, I am the resurrection, and he did that. So not because he said, but because he did too. Even in the cross, Jesus, he said, because he loved everybody, he says, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. So when we speak about Jesus as God, it's not just a statement, it is a witnesses, people who live with him and they die for him. Why the disciple of Jesus, they are willing to be killed, even they fed them to the animals. Imagine they come to you and they say, hey, the Roman, they arrest you. They say, if you deny Jesus, we will let you go. If you don't, we will throw you to the lion, and people will be watching, and he will eat you alive. Why a person like this will be willing to die for a lie? Because they are witnessing what happened. They saw what happened. They are true believers. This is why the question always will be, you see, those are not going to fight so they can get the booty like Muhammad, and Muhammad, he promised them, if you die, you will get 70 versions. No, they are not fighting with swords. They are taking them literally, and they are throwing to the animals, and all what they need to do to be saved from being killed and eaten by animals is just to deny Jesus. But they refuse. Such a faith has to have a reason, because they saw and they witness that he is true.
I have one question. It's a little bit stupid because it comes from Islam. It's not
Okay, no
Christian,
problem. No problem.
yeah, it's like as I told you, the story is different, and in Islam they say that Jesus, first the name is different, and that's one problem, and the second thing is that they said that he talked when